3.24.2 is shaping up to have some very interesting in-game purchasing options. Thank you to my long-term subscribers for sticking around. So in Astro Armada, they have added the F7C Mk2 for in-game purchase, as well as the ATLS suit. Now, ATLS suit is also available over at New Deal in Lureville, but this one in Area 18 is a place I haven't been to recently, and you can see many players are already purchasing them on the 3.24.2 PTU. The ATLS suit is 75.6K, so 75,600 UEC, and this is a little higher than what was originally reported by Waka. And if you see here, the Mk2 F7C is at 4,895,100 UEC. So you're purchasing these outright. And as a reminder, when you're purchasing in-game ships, it's usually better to buy them at the beginning of a cycle, or at least towards the beginning. So if you lose it somehow in the next major patch cycle, you're not kind of feeling like you spent it all on something. But still, they're good goals. The ATLS is an easy buy in game. I bought multiple of them in there, and I will when it goes live as well, and different builds just to test them, working in tandem. Now, one of the more interesting things is the Retaliator now has its modules in game for cargo and torpedoes. As a reminder, there are other modules like the crew quarters that are supposed to be for possibly for transport missions of people in the future, as well as the dropship module for just the front compartment. But right now, the front and rear cargo modules, as well as the front and rear torpedo modules, are available in game. Note the prices are significant, 470K and 450K respectively for the cargo modules, which have the elevators, and then the Retaliator torpedo module, 1.8 million and 800K for the rear module. Now, as a reminder, the front torpedo module has 4 torpedoes, and the rear one only has 2. So one of the more interesting builds you can do is have 4 torpedoes in the front, and then a rear cargo module in the back for, say, less than illicit cargo type transportation that's of high value, high risk, would be smart. You can mix and match the modules. However, you're going to see in this video that currently the modules are not functioning well at all. They have the same glitch my Phoenix Emerald experienced a few builds ago, where basically anything that was an elevator was missing from the build. I'm sure that will be fixed in a few builds. That's why the PTU is like the way it is. However, the fact that they've added these modules for purchase and the prices goes to show the mindset. We can also extrapolate from this that if we're talking about over 2 million UEC, close to 2.5 million UEC, to be able to do the overall modules of torpedoes for the Retaliator, you can see that there is a significant jump in module value, but not as much as some people have suggested in the past. Now, my beloved Endeavor, it's no secret that I love that ship, and I've always said that the modules will be cheaper than the overall ship in game. And I've always said that the base Endeavor is the one to hold on to, or a CCU to it at least, for as cheap as humanly possible. 10 USD, for example, from the Starfarer Gemini is an excellent one to pick up at IEE. And once again, I feel like I've been vindicated on these modules, even with the inflated prices of the modules going up. It's not really inflation, but it's basically these modules have now had a set price of something of a large class ship running around with these the most expensive modules that we've seen so far for it, and the most potential on them. Goes to show kind of where CIG's thought pattern is on modules. And once again, as I promised, I wanted to show that right now, if you were logging into 3.24.2 to go buy those modules and go have fun with your Retaliator base, this is what you're going to see right now. So I've always felt it's necessary to show the good and the bad with the PTU, but show you the mindset of what the near future and the long term looks like as well. And that's kind of what we've seen here. So some small economy changes, but big in-game type mechanisms that I think over time we'll see kind of grow out. This is a good sign that we're starting to see the Retaliator module show up. It also boosts the Retaliator base as an option to pick up at IAE as a CCU kind of chain option for the near future to have fun with. And also, the ATLS is now looking more and more like an LTI token for many, because there's no reason to hang on to it if you can just buy one for 75.6 right out of the stores. And as a reminder, the ATLS is both at New Deal as well as Astro Armada, so Area 18 and Loreville, respectively. Either one, you'll be able to get the ATLS, and you can buy multiple. So you'll be able to have as many as you need for your cargo running empires, and you can always loan the credits to your friends and be able to get them set up with their ATLSs as well. So I would certainly get a CCU path going for your ATLSs if you're still hanging on to one, preferably to its ship that's very close to its price. That's going to do it for me for now. Thank you again to my long-term subscribers for sticking around. I know this is a shorter video, but that's what I've got. And I wish you all a wonderful 3.24.2.